Give him tending. He brings great news. The raven himself is hoarse and croaks the fatal entrance of Duncan under my battlements. Spirits that tend on mortal thoughts, unsex me here and fill me from the crown to the toe, top full of direst cruelty. Make thick my blood, stop up the access and passage to remorse, and no compunctious visitings of nature shake my fell purpose nor keep peace between the effect and it. Come to my woman's breasts and take my milk for gall, you murdering ministers, wherever in your sightless substances you wait on nature's mischief. Come, thick night, and pall thee in the dumbest smoke of hell, that my keen knife see not the wound it makes, nor heaven peep through the blanket of the dark to cry, hold, hold. Great lambs, worthy Cawdor, greater than both by the all hail hereafter. Thy letters have transported me beyond this ignorant presence, and I feel now the future at the instant.
My dear slub Duncan comes here tonight.
And when goes hence?
Tomorrow, as he purposes.
Oh, never shall sun that morrow see. Your face, my thane, is as a book where men may read strange matters. To beguile the time, look like the time. Your welcome in your hand, your eye, your tongue. Look like the innocent flower, but be the serpent under it. He that's coming must be provided for, and you shall put this night's great business into my dispatch, which shall to all our nights and days to come give solely sovereign sway and masterdom.
We will speak further.
Only look up clear. To alter fate forever is to fear. Leave all the rest to me.
Oh, how now? What news?
He is almost supped. Why have you left the chamber?
Hath he asked for me?
Know you not he has?
We will proceed no further in this business. He hath honored me of late, and I have received golden opinions from all kinds of people, which would be worn now in their newest gloss, not cast aside so soon.
Was thou drunk wherein you dressed yourself? Hath it slept since? And wakes it now to look so green and pale of what it did so freely? From this time such I account thy love. Art thou afeard to be the same in thine own act and valor as thou art in desire? Wilt thou have that which thou esteemest the ornament of life, and live a coward in thine own esteem, letting I dare not wait upon I would, like the poor cat of the adage?
Prithee, peace. I do all that may become a man. Who else does more is none.
What beast was it then that made you break this enterprise to me? When you durst do it, then you were a man. And to be more than what you were, you would be so much more the man. Nor time nor place did then adhere, and yet you would make both. They have made themselves, and that their fitness now does unmake you. I have given suck, and know how tender it is to love the babe that milks me. I would, while it was smiling in my face, have plucked my nipple from its boneless gums and dashed the brains out, had I so sworn as you have done to this.
If we should fail?
We fail. But screw your courage to the sticking place, and will not fail. When Duncan is asleep, whereto the rather shall his day's hard journey soundly invite him, his two chamberlains lie with wine and wassail, so convinced that memory, the warder of the brain, shall be a fume, and their seat of reason a limbic only. When in swinish sleep their drenched natures lie as if in a death, what cannot you and I perform upon the unguarded Duncan? What not put upon his spongy officers, who shall bear the guilt of our great quell?
Bring forth men, children only, for thy undaunted metal should compose nothing but males. Will it not be received when we have marked with blood those sleepy two of his own chamber with their very daggers that they have done it?
Who dares receive it other, when we shall make our griefs and clamor roar upon his death?
I am settled. And bend up each corporal agent against this terrible feat. Away, and mock the time with fair show. False face must hide what false heart doth know.
Hark. Peace, it was the owl that shrieked, the fatal bellman that gives the sternest good night. He is about it. The doors are opened, and the surfeited grooms do mock their charge with snores. I have drugged their possets, that death and nature do contend about them whether they live or die.
Who's there? What ho?
Alack, I am afraid they have awaked, and 'tis not done. The attempt and not the deed confounds us. Hark, I laid their daggers ready, he could not miss them. Had he not resembled my father as he slept, I had done it. My husband.
I have done the deed. Didst thou hear noise?
I heard the owl scream and the crickets cry. Did you not speak?
When?
Now.
As I descended.
Aye.
Hark, who lies in the second chamber?
Donalbain.
This is a sorry sight.
A foolish thought to say a sorry sight.
There's one did laugh and sleep, and one cried, murder, that they did wake each other. I stood and heard them, but they did say their prayers and address them again to sleep.
There are two lodged together.
One cried, God bless us, and amen. The other, that they had seen me with these hangman's hands. But I could not pronounce amen when they did say God bless us.
Consider it not so deeply.
But wherefore could I not pronounce amen? I had much need of blessing, and amen stuck in my throat.
These deeds must not be thought after these ways, so it will make us mad. Is Banquo gone from court?
Aye, madam, but returns again tonight.
Say to the king I would attend his leisure for a few words.
Madam, I will.
Naughts had, all spent, where our desire is got without content. 'Tis safer to be that which we destroy than by destruction dwell in doubtful joy. How now, my lord? Why do you keep alone? What sorriest fancies your companions making, using which thoughts indeed should have died with them they think on. Things without all remedy should be without regard. What's done is done.
We have scotched the snake, not killed it. She'll close and be herself, whilst our poor malice remains in danger of her former tooth. But let the frame of things disjoint, both the worlds suffer. Ere we will eat our meal in fear and sleep in the affliction of these terrible dreams which shake us nightly. Better we with the dead, whom we, to gain our peace, have sent to peace, than to lie in the mind's eye in restless ecstasy. Duncan is in his grave. Treason has done his worst. Nor steel, nor poison, malice domestic, born levy, nothing can touch him further.
You must leave this.
Oh, full of scorpions is my mind, dear wife. Thou knowest that Banquo in his flayance lives.
But in them nature's copy's not a turn.
There's comfort yet. They are assailable. Then be thou jocund. Ere the bat hath flown his cloistered flight to the black Hecate's summon, there shall be done a deed of dreadful note.
What's to be done?
Be innocent of the knowledge, dearest Chuck. Till then applaud the deed. Come, sealing night. Scarf up the tender eye of pitiful day, and with thy bloody and invisible hand, cancel and tear to pieces that great bond which keeps me pale. Light thickens and the crow makes wing to the rooky wood. Things good begin to droop and drowse, and night's black agents to their praise do rouse. Thou marvelst at my words, but hold thee still. Things bad begun make themselves ill, so prithee go with me.
There is a place reserved, sir.
Where?
Here, my good lord. What is it that moves your highness?
Which of you has done this?
What, my good lord?
Thou canst not say I did it. Never shake thy gory locks at thee.
Gentlemen, rise. His highness is done well.
Sit, worthy friends. My lord is often thus, and hath been from his youth. I pray you keep seat. The fit is momentary. Upon a thought he will be well again. If you much note him, you shall offend him and extend his passion. Feed and regard him not. Are you a man?
I and a bold one that dare look on that which might appall the devil.
Proper stuff. This is the very painting of your fear. This is the air-drawn dagger which you said led you to Duncan. All these flaws and starts would well become a woman's story at a winter's fire, authorized by her grandam. By for shame, why do you make such faces? When all's done, you look but on a stool.
Prithee, see there. Behold, look, lo!
You, here she comes. This is her very guise. Upon my life, fast asleep. Observe her, stand close. You see, her eyes are open. Aye, but their senses shut. What is it she does now? Watch how she wrings her hands. It is an accustomed action of her, to seem thus washing her hands. I have known her to continue this for a quarter of an hour. Yet, here's a spot. She speaks. Out, damned spot! Out, I say! 1, 2. Why then, it is time to do it. Oh, it's murky. Fie, my lord, fie! A soldier and defeared. What needs we fear who knows it when none can call our power to account? Yet, who would have thought the old man to have had so much blood in him? Do you mark that? Thane of Fife had a wife. Where is she now? What will these hands never be clean? No more of that. No more of that, my lord. You mar all of this starting. Go to. You have known what you should not. She has spoke what she should not. I am sure of that. Heaven knows what she has known. Here's the smell of blood still. Even so. All the perfumes of Arabia will not sweeten this little hand. Ah! Ah! What a sigh is there! The heart is sorely charged. I would not have such a heart in my bosom for the dignity of the whole body. Well, well. Pray God it be, sir. This disease is beyond my practice. I have known those, though, who have walked in their sleep and who have died holily in their beds. Wash your hands. Put on your nightgown. Look not so pale. I tell you yet again, Banquo's buried. He cannot come out of his grave. To bed. To bed. There's a knocking at the gate. Come. Come. Give me your hand. What's done cannot be undone. To bed. To bed.